Hello everyone, Happy New Year. This is one of my thoughts for this morning as I go towards finalizing some of my plans for the new year. How many of you have a chart of all your assets? So if you and your wife or you and your kids passed away today, you're going to a new party or something or other, and you get in an accident, and let's just say you pass away. Okay. Would your family know what you have, where it's located? And some of you people, I know you have safes. Do you have other people besides yourself that have the combinations to the safe? People, like, not necessarily your kids, because some of your kids are in your 20s and they might be in the car with you and get pass away. So do you have a chart of what you own, how you can access it, who the lawyer is that has the will, what's the contact information for the will, what are your plans for how you want to have your body and what cemetery, or in our family, we take and get cremated, and there's a certain spot that you are put into the ocean. And any time that my kids or my family go into the ocean, they know that crazy Nana's in the ocean hugging them, and Grandpa is in the ocean hugging them, and also their grandmother is in the ocean hugging them. We are very water-oriented people, as you can see, and I will end up being in the ocean as well. Now, we do have, when my dad passed away, I put up a bench with his favorite saying, which may there always be magic in the air, because he loved his little hobby and fun plaything to entertain the grandkids with was fun little tricks and magic tricks and things like that. So I bought and had installed on the edge of the ocean near the path that we used to always walk down a bench with in brass, his name and his little saying. And now we can visit him and sit on his bench and have conversations with him. And my mom is in the same little bay there, and so is Nana and some of the other ones. As you go further back, there's cemetery plots. So do you have all that information? Have you shared that with someone else, your closest confidant? So if you passed away with your family, are all going to see somebody, and I don't know, whatever happens, that God comes down and sweeps you all up to heaven, that they know what to do with the belongings, how to get to them, who to contact, and everything else. So if you have a lot of assets, or not even a lot, but you have assets that people will need to know information about, I will tell you, one of the charts that I make for myself is it lists the name of the entity that I own. This is the first one is real estate entity, where it's located, who the tenants are, what's the address, when is the lease expire and renew, because this is a commercial property. What are the next couple of dates that it renews, which is every 5 years for this property? What's the monthly rent? What's the mortgage amount? How much free capital does it produce after you take out the mortgage? If it's triple net, which means that the tenant pays all the expenses, then whatever's left over after the mortgage is free and clear for you to use to pay down your mortgage if it's a high interest rate. What is the mortgage company? What's the address of the mortgage company? Who is the contact person at the mortgage company? What is the principal paid every month? And how much is that per year? What is the account number of the mortgage? What year did you purchase the property at? How much did you pay for the property originally in that year? What is the tax ID for that property? What is your best guess at the market value of that property? When does your mortgage expire? In other words, when is it complete? What is the mortgage amount that you still have left? What interest rate is it at? And what is the cap rate you're getting? Okay, that's a lot of information for real estate. If you don't have a chart for yourself, mine's on Excel. And I have each one listed. It took me a long time to collect all that information when I didn't have it all organized. But just imagine your kids, you pass away and your kids get all this stuff and have no idea about all the information I just expressed to you. Do you know how hard that would be? Do you have your files organized in a manner that's easy to comprehend? Do you own a farm that got passed down to you? All the information about the farm. Who are the contact people? So each one of my places, I have all this information for. Okay, any place that is an Airbnb or a rental, like I have a guest cottage I rent out, do I have all that information down? And is it all updated on a quarterly basis or however you have to do it? If it's on an spreadsheet, I find it's very easy to update things. So what I do is, like I'm 66, I could keel over tomorrow. Every time I update, I print out my spreadsheet and I mail it to my kids. So they have the latest update. So they would have to come home and have all this information. Now on a different booklet, I have the information. Is this too much information? Should I separate this onto a different place? I have another book that includes personal information, insurance companies, lawyers, CPAs, tax advisors, how to get into, well, if you have a safe, how you would get into the safe, who do you contact for landscaping for your own house? How much do they get per hour? Who is your realtor? Who do you contact for handyman fixes? Who do you contact for the roof? Did you get your roof, your flat roof, fixed and replaced this year like I did? That's not on my chart of who to contact for the flat roofs. There's a lot of information in your brain that this year you should start your spreadsheet, start making the categories, and every single month dedicate yourself to filling out one portion. So you can divide it up into 12 months or a certain amount of weeks or whatever it is, but do it into portions. Now, if you're somebody that owns defense, then I recommend you also have a private list for yourself, what you own, where you got that from. Did you inherit it? Did you purchase it? Was it given to you? Where it's located, with a copy of your LTC, your license to carry, and things like that. So there's so many things this year that I think I'm working on besides the wedding and the new house that's working on the contract right now for my daughter. There's so much that needs to be passed on. And we haven't even hit. That's just pure information that you yourself know in your brain that not necessarily your kids know, your sister or brother or somebody needs to know how to access all this information in case you pass away. And that especially goes for single men and women. So, single parents, I'm going to say. Okay. I guess I'm going to stop there for now because this is probably a little bit of an information overload for you. But we will keep talking about this charting basis and how you can set things up on your computer. Do you download your computer quarterly, monthly? Do you have backup for your computer if it's all on your computer and we have some electronic disaster and your computer is no longer workable? Do you have a backup? Do you have a stick? I don't know what they're called, a backup stick, a backup. Mine is like a square thing. Anyway, we'll talk about this a little bit more. This helps your family move from whatever financial condition you're in now to one step better, easier, and more abundance. If you do this type of thing and you pass it down for 2 to 3 generations, it is absolutely amazing. One of the things last night that I came across was my daughter said, I know I need to write a will. I'm going to be getting married. I need to write a will. Who do we have? And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, the last time I set all that up was 35 years ago. The guy that set it up isn't even alive anymore. It's still probably at the lawyer's office. But so some of these things are going to be challenging to try and find replacements for things you did so long ago. Anyway, this is the Abundance Oracle. These are just conversations. Don't let them overwhelm you. Pass it on, this video on, and tag someone if it's something they need to hear or something you need to discuss in your family meetings. Also, I would appreciate it if you're not a subscriber that you became a subscriber. They're not, all the things I discuss aren't all heavy duty. Some of them are just sharing my joy and abundance with you and things that I like. I'm a beach person, I'm a water person, and we go to the beach and have conversations at the beach sometimes. Not now, because it's all snowy on my personal beach and the town beach. Okay, love you tons. Hope to talk to you or hear from you below. Write something below. If you already have this done, I'd really love to know that you just write done or something like that. I'd like to know what percentage of people listening have actually done all this. Because if a lot of you have done it, I'm not going to go back over it a lot. But if you haven't, then I'd like to share this information more and more with you on how to organize yourself. Love you tons. Bye.